What is going on, everybody? This is Terrell. I am back with a brand new review. Today's review is focused on Invincible's episode 4, and the title of this episode is Neil Armstrong, Eat Your Heart Out. And the synopsis of this episode is Mark discovers, goes to two new firsts. He goes through his first date, and he goes through another planet as one of his very first missions on his own. Meanwhile, Mark's parents, Nola and Debbie, visits back to their very first vacation, and at the meantime, people at Mark's place of office are now starting to become more suspicious of him. This episode right here, to me, it was pretty good and interesting as we continue to see Mark continue to learn more as he's still like a new superhero, as this episode gets a little crazy for him while he's in a whole new planet, has to deal with aliens as we see how bad that goes, and how he's handling the school life as a high school student and as a superhero. We don't see much of Mark's friends in this episode. And what I mean by friends, I mean the other superheroes. They have some small appearance, but not that big of a deal. With how this is going, I'm really now starting to wonder, what is the robot's deal? Because as you've seen in the last 3 episodes, the robot has been doing a lot of shady things. Like a lot of shady things, especially with how episode 3 ended and with what he did episode 4. I am now starting to suspect that the robot is a villain in sight. He's just pretending to be a hero. Like, I think the robot and whoever else he is in collude with is planning to do something probably evil to the entire world, because that is crazy how nobody is suspecting the robot and some of the things that he has done. But I think with how he is doing things, I think eventually somebody is going to like figure out what's going on, or just see the robot doing something bad in hand, and then eventually it'll all be exposed. Meanwhile, Mark's father, Omni-Man, he is still trying to figure out how to get rid of any suspicions that he is dealing with, as if you don't remember in the very first episode with what he did, then he is trying to figure out how to get the heat away from him, because more people are now starting to suspect that it was him doing it. And he does find a way to like get the heat away from him, and he thinks he is cleaned. He thinks that nobody is looking after him, but he is more wrong than ever, as people are now having an idea that he may have done it. And I am I am wondering when that is going to be exposed, because what he did is pretty crazy. I still want to know as to why he did it exactly, because I don't understand as to why he did it. Like, I don't get it. And when everything gets exposed, I have a really crazy feeling that either he is going to become a villain, or he's going to try to explain his leeway out of it, because I don't know how he's going to explain what he did. Because if you haven't seen episode 1, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But with how this TV show is going, I can only expect that Mark is going to face more gruesome challenges, more people, more plot twists, shocking things are expected to be coming. I just know it. But so far, with all of the episodes, I am pretty impressed so far. And the animation itself, it was still good, like the first 3 episodes. I really haven't found anything bad about this TV show, although I've heard people say that they are going at like a faster rate than how the comics were going. But I've never read the comics. I may read it one day, but so far this is a pretty good TV show that people should watch. If you're a kid, don't watch it. The end of my review, and Until next time, goodbye.